Hi everyone, today I'm going to be unboxing two more albums from OnlyOneOf. This time around I have both versions of their Produced by Part 2 album. I have the Ice and the Fire version, and this was not actually an unboxing that I intended to film. I had originally pre-ordered their comeback album, Soul Collection, with the Ice version of this album and the black version of their Produced by Part 1 album. However, I ended up getting an email from the site I ordered from that those two albums were actually out of stock and had to be canceled. I think I had the very unfortunate timing of trying to buy those albums right when they are going out of print. But luckily, I was able to find both versions of this from the site Cave Square, which I had never ordered from before. And I was a little nervous that the albums would not actually arrive and would end up going out of stock again, but thankfully they are here, and I'm super excited to look through these, because this was actually the song that originally made me want to get into this group. Back in 2020, I was watching the music shows basically every night, because it was the peak of lockdown and I had nothing better to do, and I remember seeing them perform Angel, and I liked that song, but not enough to go out of my way to seek out any of their other material. But when they had their comeback with A Song of Ice and Fire, which was the title track for this album, I loved that song so much, so immediately. It's house influenced, and I am a longtime Shawwal and a Miyu. View and Four Walls are two of my favorite K-pop songs ever, so of course that kind of sound was right up my alley. And so last month, when I decided I wanted to start collecting this group, I knew that I wanted to get at least one version of this album. I did end up getting both when I saw that it was going out of print, and I'm very excited to look through these and see all the different photo book pictures and also which photo cards I pull. The packaging is very similar to most of their other albums. The difference is that it is this, like, hollow color. Like, the whole album is hollow, and it is so, so pretty. I really, really like the way these are designed. I think it's really fun, and it stands out from the rest of their other albums, which are more matte. I'm going to take a look at the Ice version first, because it is called A Song of Ice and Fire, not the other way around. And also blue is my favorite color, so I'm quite partial to this version. Again, I'm not sure how well you can see these details because of the hollow design, but it's got their logo in the center, and then their group logo at the bottom, and the spine. It's so hollow. Like, I cannot get over how iridescent this is. This is so gorgeous. On the back, it says Produced by Part 2, and then we have our track list at the top once again. Very similar to the layout of all of their albums I've opened so far. The album has 3 songs. The first one is Bloom, the second is the title track, A Song of Ice and Fire, and the third song is the ballad Off Angel. Personally, A Song of Ice and Fire is my favorite on this album, but Bloom is really, really good as well. Off Angel, objectively, is a very nice ballad. Their voices sound absolutely gorgeous in that one, but it is a style of ballad that I am not personally as fond of, so I do tend to listen to that one a little less than the others. For the photo cards, I'm not planning to actively collect their older cards, but my biases in the group are Nine and Yoojung, so if I can pull one of their cards, that would be super exciting, but I'm probably not going to go out of my way to trade for them if I don't. And I think you get one card with this album, much like all of their others. Again, the packaging is almost identical, and I appreciate that consistency so, so much. Even the disc is iridescent. I just, the way we've got so many different shades of blue here, they look so nice. We've got the pale blue here, the darker blue, and then the iridescent dark blue. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. And from what I've seen of this music video and photo shoot, I do think this was a little bit of a budget concept compared to some of their others. But that is not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, is this a yes, this is... Okay, no, this isn't the photo card yet. This is just the points card. They're separate this time around. And these were used for events, but I'm sure those have long passed now. Interesting that we seem to always start with 9 in the photo books. I did not expect that. Because typically I feel like photo books go in age order, starting with the oldest member, and I feel like all of their group albums I've opened so far have started with 9, with the youngest. So it's like the reverse of what I'm used to. But this is what I mean when I say a budget photo shoot is not necessarily bad, because, like, this is still a very gorgeous image, in my opinion. And I like the blue color grading they have on these photos to give it that icy vibe. A very nice detail. I also love that they left a space of white so that the pictures wouldn't get cut off by the margins. I really, really appreciate that. And we get multiple outfits too, which is nice. Again, love the blue. It's my favorite color. And again, a very nice low budget way to give off that icy vibe. That sweater vest absolutely does not fit him though. It's way too big. So next we have Mill. So I'm wondering if they're going to be in their typical units. I know this was before they like had the units officially, but I'm curious. Mill had very cool purple hair for this era. I think that this is one of my favorite Mill hairstyles. You can't really tell in this photo shoot though because of the color grading. Oh, here you can tell. Oh, and this is a good outfit too. I've been marathoning like all of their past music show stages, and I remember really liking this outfit when they wore it on a music show. Like the sparkly long sleeve shirt. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And again, the vibrant purple hair. I feel like that's underutilized as a color in K-pop. I wish we had more pictures in these outfits, but maybe there will be unit photos later. Next up we have Rie. Yeah, the order they go in is so interesting. I love the vibes of these pictures. It almost gives off like an underwater vibe. I really like that. Are you kidding me right now? My luck with this, like, this is so funny to me because I had no intentions of like actually seriously collecting their cards. And I have just managed to pull a 9 card in every group album but one so far. Granted, I've only opened 3 albums, so it's not that impressive. But still. I just find that so funny. I am so new to this group, but my bias has already blessed me so many times. That's a nice card, too. Like, I'm normally not a fan of concept cards, but they have nice concept cards. Like, this is exactly what I was talking about. The vibe is, like, underwater, and I love that. That is one of my favorite photo shoot concepts, to be honest. So, so pretty. Oh, I feel so lucky right now, man. We got this group photo. Interesting the way that this is oriented. Oh, we do get unit photos! And it is Mill 9. That is so fun. See, stuff like this makes me wonder how far in advance they had planned those sort of concepts, or if they just happened to get paired up and what would become their official units later. Because with Jaden Jung as their creative director, I could see it going either way. Next up we have Junji, and this was the era where he had his iconic bangs. Like, even if you do not know anything else about this group, I guarantee you, if you were at least vaguely aware of K-pop in 2020, you probably have seen Junji with these bangs. I definitely do prefer that he can show his face now because he has a beautiful, beautiful face, but this was such an iconic hairstyle. It's kind of hard not to love it. Oh, and speaking of love, our former leader. See, you would think because I only got into this group this year that I would not be saddened by his departure, but the more I've gotten to know about the group, the more I've grown to really appreciate all 7 of them because I've been watching a lot of older content. So even though I was not a fan when he was in the group, I find myself missing Love's presence, which is so bittersweet. Oh, this is a cool outfit. I really like the two-tone jacket they gave him. I just hope that he's doing alright, whatever he's up to these days. I really do. We've got some more group photos. Oh, interesting. So everyone was not in their current units. It looks like we had Junji, Yoojung, and Rie as a trio this time. Oh, and then we had Cuban and Love together. Very interesting. This, I believe, is the digital cover photo for the album. Oh, and we do get some more in these fits. I like this set of outfits a little bit better, personally. Not a fan of the bandana on Yoojung's shirt, but everyone else. I like these fits. Oh, speaking of Yoojung, it is his turn. These pictures with, like, the clear plastic are really cool, too. He's so pretty. Like, just his face, so gorgeous. We've got Cuban. And then another group photo. Mila's the only one they put in shorts. Those are some short shorts, too. I love the vibes of his outfit here. Then another group photo. And we have our lyrics for Bloom. A Song of Ice and Fire and Off Angel. And our credits. And then the Fire version is laid out almost exactly the same. It is exactly the same, it's just a different color scheme. This one is obviously red, like Fire is traditionally depicted as. And like, it's so simple, just doing a red album and a blue album, but it's a nice way to represent the concept of the title track, I think. That is such a pretty deep burgundy red, too. I like these photo shoot outfits. And see, again, they've got like the red color filter over it to give that Fire vibe. Like, they may have been on a budget, but they knew how to still do cool things with their budget. Again, always starting with 9, which is so fascinating to me. These outfits are so cool. They wore a few different colored variations of these on the music shows, and I remember thinking these outfits were really, really impressive. It's hard to tell with the color wash over it, but I think these are the purple variation of the outfits. Oh, I actually was not expecting a second outfit here as well. Yeah, like, they did such a good job with all the blue lights and filters in that version, all the red lights and filters in this version. Like, it's so simple, but so effective in my opinion. God, he's so pretty. So it looks like we're sticking with the same order. So we have Mill once again. I'm torn because, like, these outfits are actually my favorite out of all the outfits they wore in these two photo shoots, but I feel like you can't see the outfits that well because of the way they shot these pictures. So I don't know which photo book I like better. We've got Rie. And then a group photo. Okay. So we did not get 9 again for this album. We got Cuban. Oh, I love the purpley red on the back of that one. That is so nice. I may have jinxed myself by saying I had good luck when opening the last album, but still, I mean, my ads so far have been pretty nice. And we've got Junji. Again, the bangs. Just so iconic. It's so cool the way they, like, projected the text over them, too. I like these Junji pictures. These are really cool. Then we've got our Mill 9 unit. I feel like they're stuck a little close to the crease for my liking, but not too bad. Could be worse. Yeah, I do wish that the red wash on these pictures was a little less intense, because, like, some of their features are almost, like, completely washed out, but I don't know. It's such a cool vibe. Like, I can't even be mad at it, really. We've got Rie, Junji, and Yoojung. And Love and Cuban. And we've got Love's solo pictures. And then a group picture. Oh, this one's really cool. It feels like an obvious counterpart to the group photos in the Ice version, where they were facing the other way. I think that's a really fun detail. Got Yoojung. Oh, interesting. He's got different text. Did everyone else have the same text? Yeah. I think so. Like, everyone else so far has had the text Quasar. But Yoojung has a different text. Knowing this group, I feel like that has to be symbolic, but I don't know what it's symbolic of. Feast for Crow is what it looks like his text says. That is interesting. Got the points card, which again is not really used for anything now. Oh, he is so pretty. Oh, KB has the Feast for Crow line too. Feast for Crows. Fascinating. I wonder what that means. Oh, he got that one and Quasar. Did Yoojung have any that said Quasar? Oh, yeah, he did. Very interesting. Got another group photo. Looking at all these outfits together, I definitely think 9 and Love got the best of the bunch. I'm just not a big fan of the patterned shirts that they have on. Like, they look good in them, but they're not my favorite fashion choice, personally. I love that lyric pages are black in this version. I think that's so fun. Got our lyrics for Bloom, Song of Ice and Fire, and Off Angel once again. And our credits page. That is it for today's unboxing. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more K-pop hauls or unboxings like this one, you can check out the other videos on my channel. And if you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.